Good evening. Okay, so this is going to be a rather short update because I am extremely tired. And I think that's because we had to get up at 5:30 in the morning to go have labs drawn, and we waited 2.5 hours, which is the longest I've ever had to wait anywhere for fertility or any doctor's office for that matter. I guess they had some sort of influx in ultrasounds this morning. So, labs were good. Everything's right on track. I think they mentioned something around, I had a cluster on one, I think the left ovary is bigger, there I have more follicles on the left ovary than I do on the right, but both are well within their range. Um, you know, right now I think we're looking at 11, 8, and 12 on the left, and then slightly smaller on the right. All my medications are the same as of right now. Tomorrow morning we add a new medicine, which my next door neighbor, who's also having it done, told me that when she injects it, that it leaves a bright red itchy welt for 15 minutes, and that you're not supposed to itch it. This is the medicine called Ganirelix. So that'll be a new medicine, which is just an additional gonadotropin medicine. Gonadotropin. I think I'm saying that right, but I might not be because I've been up since 5:30 in the morning and I'm so tired, even though we did nothing today except lay around. We went to the pool for about 2 hours, got in free. They have this really cool tube slide, which was awesome. But I managed to somehow get water in both my ears, and both of my ears hurt so bad we only had to leave after being there for only 30 minutes, which, hey, whatever. At least we didn't pay for it, right? So, okay. So the next step is tomorrow. Me and Nick are going to visit some friends of ours that are stationed in Corpus Christi. Hi, Lindsay and Chris Clinton. Excited to come see you. And on Monday, we have 2 days, Saturday and Sunday, we're going to take the additional doses of the Ganirelix. On Monday morning, we have another blood draw and another ultrasound, and that's going to be our pre-op appointment, so that's really exciting. And at that point, we'll get all of our additional medications. And I was with my next door neighbor today while she got her medications, and it is a complete bag full of medications. I mean, every time I'd get on and see these other girls do their IVF diaries, and I'd see their entire bag of medications for the procedure, and it felt kind of overwhelming and daunting. And then I only get 2 cartridges and a pen for this first phase, and then I see Connie get the second phase of medication. I was like, oh, okay. So, lots of pills, 2 new additions of shots, which I think are both intramuscular, which Nick has to give to me because you can't give intramuscular injections to yourself. I don't know if you physically can't, or you don't want to inject yourself with something that's like this big, because I'm holding this because I have to take it here in about 20 minutes or so. But this is a subcutaneous. This is my HCG that I give to myself at night, and I don't know if I showed you the needle or not, but it's real tiny. It's that big. Yeah, so that's pretty small. Anyway, even though this is small, and even though I've given myself these injections, I don't know, since the 8th or something like that, I still today stood there holding my belly fat, like with the needle out like this, freaking myself out about it. I was like standing there the entire time and couldn't stick myself, when just, 12 hours earlier, Nick had woken me up to let me have my shot at 9:30 in the morning. And I literally just sleepily stuck myself, and today, when I'm fully awake and conscious, I'm standing there freaking out. It probably took me, I had CMT on, so it took me 3 country songs to actually put the needle in my skin. And then, of course, when it went in, it was fine. Can I just add that I'm kind of amazed at my hair right now? This is no product, and going to the pool and, going home and rinsing the chlorine out and then going out with it wet. I'm getting these gorgeous curls, which has never happened. So you want great hair? Go to the pool. Be awesome. Okay, what else? So we have our pre-op appointment on Monday, and then we should know when our egg retrieval is going to be, which he said either Tuesday or Wednesday. And after the egg retrieval, we have anywhere from 3 to 5 days. After the egg retrieval, we'll have 3 to 5 days to where we're going to do our actual embryo transfer. It just depends upon the size of the embryos, how many we get, and what kind of shape they're in as to what day we're actually going to do the embryo transfer. So I'm hoping to be back in Arkansas as planned, the dates that we planned. So it was kind of funny the other day. Nick has always offered, is we started on these, we had sub-Q shots with Dr. Miller about, I guess, 2 years ago. We started doing sub-Qs and just timed intercourse, which is the only thing the military will pay for, locally. And he's always offered to give me my shots. And so the other day when I was standing there holding it and couldn't stick myself for some reason, it's not normal to want to hurt yourself, might I add. It's not normal to want to stick things in yourself. So Nick's standing in the hospital about that comment, which I'm sure didn't sound like I meant it to. Mine's out of the gutter, people. Anyway, so the other day when I couldn't stick myself for some reason, I handed him the needle and said, "Here, you do it." And of course we get this random needle that is engaged, but the medicine, it won't go through for some reason. And he stuck it in a little bit, and I don't know if you've ever had to inject yourself, but if you just kind of like slowly put the needle in, it hurts really bad, but if you have to cock your hand back like a dart and then inject yourself. And Nick has never injected me yet, and so to prepare him for giving me the big needles, I gave him one of the little ones, and I was like, okay, see if you can stick me, see if you can actually do this, because we can't go to the hospital to get it done because they have to be on weird hours for us to give the injection. So there's no point in, we just can't. Basically, the nurse and doctors told us to make sure that our husbands are instructed on how to do this. So he slowly stuck it in at first, and I think I scared him because I like jumped back and kind of cried out a little bit because it hurt, and I've done that to myself before, which kind of freaked him out, and he said, no, I'm not going to do it anymore. And so I made him do it again, and he kind of got over it and stuck me, and it was fine. So not too worried about the intramuscular shots, which start on the day after the embryo transfer. Yeah, not before then, right? Yeah. Except for the trigger shot. Trigger shot's intramuscular. The trigger shot is intramuscular, and it occurs 36 hours before the egg retrieval. So there's the one trigger shot, which will be fun practice, and then there is like 10 days worth of intramuscular shots in the butt, which is the progesterone, which is awesome, and I'm sure I'll educate you much more on that when I get my big bag of drugs on Monday. So I think that's it, really. Just a couple more days of medicines and a lot more to be added. Haven't had any bad side effects so far, so we'll see what the phase 2 round of drugs brings us. Lots of exciting things to look forward to. I guess we'll talk soon. Next will be Drug Class 101 Part 2. Good night.